Hi, I'm Jamie Stillman, and I'm here to show you the new Disaster Transport Legacy Reissue. The Disaster Transport was one of our earliest pedals. I think it was the fourth release in the line. I was a big fan of delay, and there weren't a lot of delays on the market at the time, especially ones with modulation. The idea behind the pedal was to make something that was really close to my favorite delay at the time, which was a KMD Analog Delay, which is very similar to like a Boss DM2, which is a very popular delay, but those delays didn't have modulation, so it was pretty important to me to put that in just to make it a little more interesting. And I landed on a pretty unique style of modulation, which is a ramp waveform. So it's like dragging the delay time up and having a steep drop off, which is atypical. I don't really know of any other delays that have that as its only style of modulation. This is a reissue of the very first Disaster Transport, and I tried to keep the general vibe of it intact. The delay line has been redesigned for more modern parts and to lower the noise floor. And I kept the ramp modulation generally the same, but added a third speed option on the toggle switch and the ability to make it more subtle with the bend stretch toggle. And now we'll take a look at the controls. The time goes from about 30 milliseconds to slightly over 600 milliseconds. The repeats control goes from no repeats all the way up into self-oscillation. And the mix control is a level control for the delay. The delay will get slightly louder than the dry through signal. The two main controls for the modulation are speed and intensity. Intensity controls how much the modulation affects the delay, and speed controls how fast or slow the modulation can go. There are three modes for the speed control: slow, medium, and fast. And they're all selectable from the toggle switch located above the modulation foot switch. The slow setting is the most experimental of the modulation modes. It produces a bizarrely animated climbing style of modulation where it sounds like it's pulling the delay time up with a steep drop-off. The fast setting can go from a rapid chorus to an intense vibrato, and the medium setting is the most traditional chorus-like modulation. The Mod Mode toggle is a new addition for the Disaster Transport. It allows you to select between two modes, bend and stretch. Stretch is similar to the original Disaster Transport, which allows the waveform to pull the delay line, giving you some pretty unique pitch bending effects. And bend allows you to use the modulation in more subtle ways, like a traditional chorus. The modulation can be turned on and off with the Modulate foot switch, and both the Activate and Modulate foot switches use our Flexi Switch technology. The Legacy reissue of the Disaster Transport is limited to 4,000 units. You can go to earthquakerdevices.com to learn more or find a dealer near you.